Hello, welcome to another episode of Nostalgic Nerdery. Today we're going to look at the top 10, my top 10 favorite NES weapons from games that I played as a child. Let's get the obvious ones through first and then move on to some of the less obvious ones. So first, The Legend of Zelda. First and second game, the sword, Link's sword. Magic sword, white sword, whatever you want to call it. The sword that becomes the master sword, the legendary blade, the sword that seals the darkness. And the reason? It's a sword that shoots a laser beam. That is amazing, has always been amazing, and will always be amazing. And there's not too many swords that shoot lasers. I guess the Sword of Omens, Thundercats, few others, but it's a sword that shoots a laser, and it's from some of my favorite games. So it's one of my favorite weapons. I mean, what else do we need? It's a sword that shoots a laser. Alright, moving on. Mega Man 2. The weapon? Metal Blade. And the reason? 1. How strong it is. It's a fairly strong weapon. Also, you can fire it in every direction. Fairly unique among weapons in Mega Man. And it takes little energy per shot. So you can just use it the whole time that you want to. Fire just all 8 directions, good damage, low ammo usage, amazing weapon. Pretty good against the bosses too, at least a few of them, I remember. And being able to fire in all directions was just good against them anyways. You jump and fire down into their heads, even if it didn't do increased damage. Just a really solid weapon. Contra. Okay, we all know this is on the list. It's obvious. Everyone's favorite, spread. The spread weapon, spread rifle, it's just an amazing weapon. Shoots multiple bullets, energy balls, wherever they are. The direction you're facing, you can also fire in all 8 directions. It's just a good, clean screer. Multiple enemies ahead of you, blow them away. Balls firing at you, you don't have to worry about accuracy as much. You can worry about dodging the bullets and just keep spraying in the direction of the enemy. And you're gonna hit it. So, it's just a great weapon. Very solid. And if multiple balls hit the bosses or targets for the underground bases, it does multiple damage, so you can power through pretty quickly. Castlevania. Classic game, amazing game. And the weapon, the cross boomerang. It's just very handy. I've always loved returning weapons, boomerangs, and it's also a cross, so kind of neat. You just throw it, comes back, you can dodge it and let it keep going past you, hit enemies, full screen, distance. Pretty good in tight areas when you need to clear something ahead of you. Also makes the Medusa boss ridiculously easy. Makes several other bosses pretty easy as well, or at least easier. So just a great weapon. Zanuck, or Zanuck. Space Flyer, great game. The weapon is power-up number 7, High Speed is the official name. We called it Rapid Fire. Instead of firing a blast that just travels in a linear fashion, multiple spots on the screen in front of you are just pummeled relentlessly with Energy Blast. They blow up projectiles from your enemies, does great damage. It's an amazing weapon. You get it upgraded later, becomes a much larger area, and just it's hard for the enemies to get to you as you're blowing up the projectiles. You're pummeling them, just destroying them easily. It's a great weapon. Made the game gets pretty hard, so it was a great benefit to have. Just amazing. Ninja Gaiden. And the weapon? Flames. It's the weapon you can throw upward with fire, just blast things above you at an angle. Great for getting other power-ups or drops so you can get more energy, or for clones. Great for clearing out enemies on ledges so you can get up easier. And pretty good against certain bosses, especially Ninja Gaiden 2, the boss that likes to throw spiders at you. You stand beneath them, just throw flames up at us. platform and just do pretty good damage pretty quick. You'll burn through your energy that way, but that's fine. Uh, also useful on other bosses, since a lot of them will be above you. Pretty solid weapon. It's also just fire. Who doesn't like throwing fire around? It's great. Battletoads, and you might accuse me of cheating for this one. Is it a weapon? Of course it is. It's you. It's your fist. It's your feet. It's your head. It's your whole body, changing, mutating. Either huge fist or giant foot knocking the enemy off screen, or giant ram horns growing out of your head. And the second level, you turn into like a bell and swing around. It's great. It's always just hilarious. And later in a sequel, you're turning into like chainsaw blades. It's just great. It's always put a great smile, great laugh. So I'm counting it as one of my favorite weapons. My opinion, it's my list. Battletoads is amazing. I love it. Godzilla, monster of monsters. The weapon, Godzilla's atomic breath. Who doesn't want to be Godzilla stomping around different terrain, just breathing atomic fire? Just throwing things with your pure might of who and what you are. The monster of monsters, the mighty, the invincible Godzilla. Look at that blast. It's amazing. Blowing away mountains, blowing away spaceships. It's just, who doesn't want to be Godzilla? The Goonies 2 by Konami. The weapon? Your yo-yo. Why? It's a yo-yo. It's hilarious. I love yo-yos. I also love the sound it used to make. Just great walking around, jumping around, beating up snakes, spiders, the fatalities with just a yo-yo. I mean, there's other good games in the weapon too, like the Boomerang, the Slingshot. But your trusty yo-yo is what you had. It's what you needed. It's what you used. It was fun. And I liked it. Disney's Chip and Dale. The weapon, the crates. They're everywhere. You pick them up, you throw them, you're not mechanical bulldogs and rats and all other kind of things flying. You can hide in it, your eyes peeking out. It's like a trap. They run over it or run into you, go flying. It does better damage that way too. Things that take 2 shots will only take 1 if you duck down in it. But yeah, I've always just thought it was great running around on Chip and Dale, throwing crates at people, making them fly off screen. It's one of my favorite games, one of my favorite weapons for that reason. Please let me know your favorite weapons on your favorite NES games as kids. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me hear from you. Other lists you'd like to see, other games you'd like to see me play. Thank you. Have a good day.